And this is what's fresh of the press this Thursday morning. I start you off with a copy of the Daily Nation. The flagger MP is in a fix over opposition office. This is largely what is also expected to be tabled before Parliament through a communication from the President to the National Assembly Speaker, that is Moses Wetangula. This is even as they are thinking of predicating the opposition of official opposition in law, a matter that the President also spoke to 2 days ago when he was meeting members of Parliament from the Kenya Kwanza in the parliamentary group meeting, where he urged them to back and support this. But also the Ramo question has been, how constitutional is this? And will it actually elicit a referendum, or is it a pre-serve of just Parliament to debate and decide on the matter? 3 other key proposals are also expected to feature, aside from the official opposition position, also the issue of the gender question and the 2/3 gender rule. You can remember that the previous Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice, had talked about dissolving Parliament because of not meeting this particular threshold. So this is also expected to feature that proposal. Also the matter of predicating CDF in law. As we know, so far the Attorney General already okayed the disbursement of $2 billion on a weekly basis to members of National Assembly. This is for the CDF fund, a matter that the courts had pronounced themselves on, saying that it was unconstitutional. But when the Attorney General was okaying it, he said that what was actually declared unconstitutional was the CDF Act of 2013 and not what has been running, which is the NG-CDF of 2015. And so this is what they are looking also to predicate in the law, part of what will be featuring in those proposals. And also lastly, just looking to amend the standing orders of CSs appearing before Parliament. Remember, in our dispensation, what we have is that they can be summoned by the various committees in Parliament, but how about appearing before the entire plenary? This is what they are also set to be looking into, just among a raft of proposals that are expected to be tabled before the members of National Assembly today. Also, away from that, still featuring on the front page is Raila's New Year battle. Do you remember they had their first public consultative meetings yesterday, and they put together the list of 9 demands, key among them being the issue of GMAs, cost of living, the IEBC commissioners in fact asking the President to depart from the whole idea of just constituting a selection panel that will be looking into recruitment of new commissioners. You remember that already the IEBC Act of 2022 has already been passed before Parliament, which has come up with a new way of just constituting this election panel that will be looking into recruiting of IEBC commissioners. This is a matter that they also spoke into yesterday, as well as matters of cost of living and the issue of the GMAs and also various other issues that came to the fore. And so basically what they are asking is for the government to look into this issue, also the issue of the Kazim Taani, before then they can continue with this public meetings. And this also came at a time where they just reiterated that on the 12th of December, that is the Jamhuri Day, they will be holding those parallel Jamhuri Day celebrations in Jacaranda grounds. And again, this will pick up next year. They talked about a 30-day long of just having this particular meeting. But this article also well highlights some of those key issues that they want the government to address, aside from the ones that I've just talked about. And lastly, Knut backs ban on a boarding primary school, a matter that the Principal Secretary spoke into during the KEPSHA forum, which is actually still continuing. Today is day 3 of this particular forum in Mombasa, where the primary school heads are meeting there to deliberate on modalities of matters education in the country. And this is a matter that the Principal Secretary of Basic Education, Belio Kipsang, touched on just having grade 1 to grade 1 not being in boarding schools but being in primary schools, a matter that really has gotten the backing from various education stakeholders, including NAT, whereby the NAT Secretary General Oyu also spoke into that matter. However, there's still mixed reactions from the public in respect to this matter, and this also emanating from parents, particularly those that had paid the fees, and just wondering how this will pan out or develop at the end of the day. Will it be progressive, or it will be a whole overhaul of just removing boarding schools altogether?